evening. I'm Theo Ontiveros. Welcome to Newsnight, where we go above and beyond the headlines. Tonight on the program, from Batang Maynila to Batang Malacanang, Manila Mayor Isko Moreno formally launches his presidential bid and taps doctor and online personality Willie Ong as running mate. Strong words against the United Nations. President Duterte says the organization no longer reflects the political and economic realities of the world, adding it needs to reform itself. And this Korean Netflix series is taking over social media for a number of reasons, including a 3-meter-tall doll of a not-so-friendly character which appeared at a mall in Metro Manila. Filipinos will have another option for president in the coming elections. Manila Mayor Isko Moreno formally announced he is eyeing the country's top post and will have a doctor and online personality Willie Ong as his running mate. Their promises: inclusive governance, a better pandemic response, and openness to cooperate with different political parties. Our Paulo Barcelon breaks down the tandem's entry to the presidential race.
An unprecedented tandem for an election in unprecedented times. Presidential aspirant Manila Mayor Isko Moreno and running mate Dr. Willie Ong say this will be their appeal to voters. In a proclamation rally at the nation's capital, the two promise a better pandemic response and national unity. Moreno touts his upbringing in the slums of Tondo, which helped him prepare for the job as Manila Mayor, but not using this as a license for foul language.
Lumaki akong busabos, ngunit hindi ako naging bastos. Bagamat balot ako ng dumi sa katawan, ni minsan hindi ko kailangan sabunin ang aking bibig.
Moreno vows good governance in leadership, saying he's had enough of officials good in presentations but falls short on implementation, an apparent reference to the supposed mishandling of pandemic response by the administration.
I will form the broadest form of government with the best and brightest at its helm.
Meanwhile, Ong says Moreno first asked him to run again for the Senate, a race the doctor lost in 2019. He eventually agreed to run as Moreno's VP. Ong promises a renewed focus on healthcare, especially in a crisis situation.
Bibigay ko yung pinakatamang bakuna sa inyo. Yung mga darating, o-order tayo, yung sasaksak, yung the best. Yung gamot, the best. Ayoko kayo araw-araw, check ng check. Nako, tumas ba yung kaso? Bumaba na yung kaso. Diba? Gagawin natin siguro every 3 days lang. Okay?
3 sitting and former lawmakers immediately give their support to the Moreno-Ong tandem. The husband and wife team of Senator Ralph Recto and Batangas Representative Vilma Santos Recto and former Senator Serge Osmeña. Acción Democrático, the party Moreno currently leads, will have a mass oath-taking activity on Thursday. Moreno and Ong have yet to complete their Senate slate, saying they are open to collaborate with different political parties and backgrounds. But one thing is sure at this point: the quest of the so-called Batang Maynila to become Batang Malacanang has officially begun. Paulo Barcelon, CNN Philippines.
So will Batangas Representative Vilma Santos Recto run for the Senate? Her husband, Senator Ralph Recto, says it will be under the Moreno-Ong tandem if she ever decides to run. Recto adds Vilma will come up or will make a decision by the end of the month. Meanwhile, Lakas CMD Party President and House Majority Leader Martin Romualdez says Isko Moreno made an excellent choice with Dr. Willie Ong as his running mate. Romualdez describes Ong as a decent man who truly cares for his fellow men. Ong is the party's Vice President for Health Services. Lakas CMD Secretary General Prospero Pichay says Ong has not officially resigned from his post but has informed them of his plan to leave. A Vice Presidential aspirant and Senate President Tito Soto welcomes Ong's decision to run, saying, quote, "The more the merrier, as Filipinos will have more choices in the elections." The health department records a drop in new COVID cases at over 15,500. 4 laboratories were not able to submit data. Apart from that, testing output is also down by 23,000 compared to the average number for the past 7 days. The last time the figure fell below 15,000 was exactly 2 weeks ago. Now, the Labor Department is working to generate more jobs for Filipinos. Over 40,000 workers were permanently displaced because of COVID restrictions. Tristan Odalo has more details.
Thousands of displaced workers have yet to feel the impact of the new alert level system being pilot tested in Metro Manila. The National Capital Region is currently under alert level 4, which means that some businesses are allowed to operate in limited capacity.
Sad to say, yung mga 10% lang yung pwede, yung mga 30%, it will not make much dent in terms of recovering the employment that are lost. Siguro kung 50 to 75%, malaking bagay po yun.
The Labor Department is now coordinating with the business sector to open up more job opportunities for displaced workers. Some of the employment bright spots are in construction, manufacturing, hotel accommodation, and IT BPO. Meantime, the Labor Department says over 43,000 workers were permanently displaced as of August 30. They came from nearly 2,000 establishments, mostly personal care services such as salons, spas, and massage clinics. As of now, DOLE says ayuda can no longer be provided for these workers under current funding.
Kapag nagde-declare po ngayon halimbawa ng mga granular lockdowns, it's really the DSWD that provides assistance doon sa ating mga kababayan. Pero ito pong mga ayuda po natin under the bayanihan po, alam naman po natin lalong-lalo na for the formal sector ay natapos na po.
Apart from ayuda, displaced workers can also ask DOLE for possible livelihood programs. They can also avail technical courses in order to upgrade their skills in finding new jobs. Applicants can visit the DOLE website or check their regional offices. Tristan Odalo, CNN, Philippines.
Coming up, President Duterte criticizes the United Nations, calling the organization inadequate, among other things. And a 10-foot doll thrills Metro Manila pedestrians. More details after the break.
Consul of Belarus, my main responsibility was to see to it that the citizens that were in the Philippines were able to get back to their country. With my busy schedule, I discovered chemistry is a big factor in improving our health, and I've been taking it for more than 7 years already. I'm Annette Ablan, the Honorary Consul of the Republic of Belarus to the Philippines.
Mahalagang paalala, ang MX3 capsule ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit. May sarap, may lakas, sulit. Red Horse Beer.
I have about an hour before my next appointment, so I'm going to stop by my regular auto care center and get the car checked up, maybe even an oil change. Here it is right here. Hi!
Good day, sir. Welcome to Petron Car Care Center.
Thank you very much. I just want an oil change, please.
Sir, you go to Petron Engine Oil Redex.
You got it. What I love about Petron Car Care Center is they offer a full range of automotive repair and maintenance service, from lubrication, tune-ups, even tire and electrical maintenance and repairs. Any care your car needs is right in here, so it's hassle-free and convenient. Their outlets nationwide have highly skilled technicians who use state-of-the-art tools and equipment to keep your vehicle in tip-top condition. So expect expert solutions to your concerns and effectual service from their staff. So how's it going, Kuya? Good? With Petron's extensive range of internationally accredited lubricants, both mineral and fully synthetic, the Car Care Center over here, which is your automotive fluid specialist, is your one-stop shop for all your lubricants. Now, it's necessary to have checks and regular oil changes because this has a significant impact on your engine's performance. This is why it's so important to use quality engine oils that are designed to provide ultimate engine protection. Formulated with dynamic cleaning technology that promotes superior engine cleanliness for a more efficient and longer engine life, Petron Red X is my top choice. It has an outstanding oxidation resistance to keep your car's engine healthy and perform exceptionally good. First-rate cleanliness, protection, and maintenance. It's all guaranteed here at Petron. Petron, may kasabay sa lakbay.
Welcome back to Newsnight, where we go above and beyond the headlines. President Duterte did not beat around the bush as he faced world leaders at the United Nations Assembly. Mr. Duterte, in a pre-recorded speech, slammed the body for proving to be inadequate and called on the United Nations to, quote, reform itself. The president also touched on other topics like COVID-19 vaccines, human rights, and the West Philippine Sea. Trisha Terada tells us what else he said.
I congratulate
Strong words from President Rodrigo Duterte to the United Nations during his speech at the 76th General Assembly. He calls out the UN Security Council for violating the tenets of the organization, saying it is not democratic and transparent in its processes. On the ground, critics of the president have also been calling him out to be transparent with his accumulated income through the course of his presidency.
the UN is a product of an era long past. It no longer reflects the political and economic realities of the world. If the UN is to lead the world out of the many crises we face, things need to change. The UN must empower itself by reforming itself. Therein lies the hope of humanity.
President Duterte also condemns what he calls vaccine inequality. The chief executive slams the widening gap between the poor and the rich because of the pandemic. He laments how developing countries struggle to get vaccines while the rich are already talking about booster shots.
This is shocking beyond belief and must be condemned for what it is. A selfish act that can neither be justified rationally or morally.
The president also touched on human rights, subtly telling the UN to back off and stop intervening in the administration's anti-illegal drug campaign. He tells the UN that he ordered the Justice Department and the police to review the anti-drug campaign in the country. He assures the body that those who abuse the law will be held liable.
Meaningful change to be enduring must come from within. The imposition of one's will over another, no matter how noble the intent, has never worked in the past, and it never will be in the future. How many more countries shall be made to unravel and descend into chaos before the powerful heed the simple lesson?
In his final speech before the UN as president, Mr. Duterte reiterates the importance of the arbitral win of the Philippines over China. In one of his regular Talk to the People addresses, he described the ruling as a, quote, piece of paper, unquote, that can be thrown in the wastebasket. But before the UN, he said, nothing can diminish the ruling's significance.
The award must be seen for what it is, a benefit across the board to all who subscribe to the majesty of the law. No amount of willful disregard by any country, however big and powerful, can diminish the arbitral award's importance.
The chief executive reiterated his position, disputes must be resolved peacefully. Malacanang says the president never changed his